sex.
Yeah, and if you gotta ask me, like Meg said, I ain't dumb, nigga. Like,
If you
Yo, that shame look like, did you?
did I? If you
but
gotta
if
ask,
I did,
You
you would have known.
did I what? You know?
Wait. But what if you come really close to coming and you didn't? Does that count?
That
it
means you didn't
don't.
finish your job. What the fuck?
It
What
don't.
happened? What happened?
Mm-mm.
What happened to you?
Yeah.
You can't be a 2-minute man.
Mm-mm. Man, I had a nigga that did less than a minute.
What?
It don't count. So like, that's one of those that didn't make my body count.
What if I come? What if the woman comes in 60 seconds?
I mean, she came.
Yeah,
Like, what if she
Is she
comes?
coming?
What if she comes and she's
Did
like,
he
"Get
come?
off me, bitch." Does that count?
What?
Then it don't count.
What?
I mean, it don't count. We are the only one who
People have
matter.
to come. All right. Well, I say come multiple times. That's when it really, really counts.
So there's like counting, and then there's like really, really
There
counting.
is counting, and then there is
Did it?
counting.
I hear like Big Sean is out here making bitches come 9 times a day.
I was like, hold up. Y'all have nothing to do that day? Nothing?
I mean, it's kind of easy though. You can come like multiple times in 5 minutes.
9 though. 9.
Unicast, you have multiple orgasms all the time.
9
I
times.
mean, lately I have been having those.
We already recorded.
Can we remove that part? Don't let this one.
Yeah,
Don't keep that in the recording.
it's already there, baby. Now, can you break the record though?
All right, let's do the
Is it Sean's
story.
record?
I don't think it has been 9 times
So
though.
funny.
All right, story time.
Don't step away from you to fulfill what other people want to hear because you're not a jukebox. You're a creative human being.
Moi j'en ai marre, je vous l'ai déjà dit. Y'a pas que moi, y'a surtout les esprits. Jusqu'à la mort, c'est ça la vie. We from the old school, don't let them rope you. You running things, stay in your lane, wishing to smoke you. Grenade à la zone. Ça qui mourit, ça fait aïe.
Last night, you guys, I had a sex dream. It felt so real, though. It felt so real. So
Yes.
I was on my way to work, and I forgot my train pass. So I was running toward the train.
What are you gonna do for a train pass?
I was running toward the train, and my boyfriend, who was in my dream, but for some reason I didn't know him in my dream. He just was there, and he was like,
Ooh,
"Oh,
roleplay.
do you need like a train pass?" And I was like, I don't talk to strangers for some reason. I think I was like in my teenage years or something. I don't know." And he was like, "Come here, I'll give you a train pass." And I went to get the train pass, and he took me, and he just kidnapped me.
Oh.
And so now like the dream like fast forward to like nighttime, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna just like fuck his brain out and so that I can escape or some shit." So like I started like to like kiss him and whatever, and I'm taking the knife from his pocket, and I'm taking like the gun away, but the guns were like tiny, tiny little guns. I don't know if that means something, but that's what the dream
Maybe
was.
it scared you, that's why.
And then like I was like on top of him, and I was like putting my hand over his mouth so that he couldn't scream and shit. I'm like, yeah, like I'm just like grinding on him and whatever. And then like at some point in the dream, it started to click to me that it's a dream, but I'm horny. So I'm like, okay, so all you have to do is just get up and get on top of this guy next to you and just like go to town. And then I woke up, and I was trying to kind of climb on him, and then I realized that my knee wouldn't let me because I just had surgery a few days ago. And my legs were stuck. I was so frustrated. I woke up, I was so mad.
Just tell him to roll over. The fuck?
No, we can't like literally like we I mean,
It's so
yeah, I was handicapped, so couldn't have
funny.
sex. And but I wanted to be on top. Like I woke up with the purpose of like getting on top of him and just put my hand over his mouth and just fucking
Oh,
ride him until the sun set.
ooh, okay.
Yep.
Cool, 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 cool. Let's get to the 21 questions.
All right. So,
Sexy.
for this episode, we're gonna do something a little different.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have like a little 21 questions
Yeah.
type of game. I can start it off.
Yes.
So,
Start it off, baby.
when was the last
You gotta
time you
give a
guys?
sexy voice, man.
When was the last
Mm-hmm.
time you guys had sex? Sex,
Uh,
sex.
Wait, what day was
Sex.
yesterday? Saturday?
Saturday.
Uh,
She's doing
So
it
you
on
don't
a
even, she
Saturday.
don't even know what day it is.
Yesterday
That's how good it be.
morning. Yesterday morning. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying that. Yesterday morning.
She just like
That's
woke up
not
hot
married
and heavy.
convenience. That's not married convenience, man. It's like, can't buy
I
Like,
it.
know.
Saturday.
It's like right there for her. She's like, I'm waking up. My knees are
Mm-hmm.
working. Let's get it on.
my knees are working. My knees don't do shit. That shit's like,
Hashtag privilege.
Nah, not in the morning. It's like I don't have that energy. My knees ain't doing shit.
You just
You
want
do
to
what
come.
you need to do.
Mm-mm-mm.
you,
Mm-mm-mm.
She just want to come in the morning. She doesn't want to go through the.
you do what you need to do. We're good.
Man.
What about
It's
That's
y'all?
been a while. Like for me, it's been since the last time I told you guys. So that was
what?
like weeks ago.
You didn't take her out
Yeah.
again?
Eh.
Oh, it wasn't
I
that
guess
good,
the
huh?
thing was not powerful enough.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, yeah, so I mean, it's like one of those things that now, I guess, like we're jumping ahead the questions, is that connection is now necessary for me in a way, which was not a thing before. Like, that was not me. Anybody who knows me before, I was like, like you, really? But, yeah. Shut up, Nessa.
She's like,
You don't need no damn connection. She's like, dial me up,
it's
baby.
very strange because you were on a 9-month starvation of sex, and
Right?
then
You should
you
be on a
finally
rampage
got it,
right
and
now.
still wasn't enough to keep you around.
You should be
I
on a
mean,
rampage.
it's not, I don't think it would have. It was like kind of like, like when you need like a little palate cleanser, after a while.
That's the player talking right now. You just see him.
I mean, it's not like that. It's not like any of us was expecting like a love story or whatever. So I'm not like breaking nobody's hearts or anything. It's just,
I know,
How you know? Some
but like
people fall in love at
she,
first sight.
that's the thing. Like it's like you getting the bread at the restaurant with the olive oil before you start having the main course and shit.
right. You
Between
gotta
the
be
wine,
like,
because you don't
I love
want
it.
to overlap the taste of the wine.
exactly.
I feel you,
Mhm.
girl. I feel you. I feel you. I feel that.
What about you, Kat?
Before I got my legs cut off, so honestly, here's the thing. If I knew that I was gonna be super immobile because I feel like they didn't really give me all of the information, I would have made sure that I slept over the night before
Hmm.
so that I could like cash in.
So you could have some reserve. Like,
Right. It's
one
like
for today,
I
one for
just
tomorrow.
hate not knowing like the last time is the last time. Like I wanted to have that like
That's so
You
important.
would have went to
right.
town.
Right. I feel like, right now I'm like I'm not in the right state of mind because I wasn't fully prepared.
Oh
What?
my gosh. It's like the best sex I ever had. Like it's still like there. You know, it hasn't been topped, right? But I didn't know that the last time was gonna be the last time. So still now I'm like, I just need one more time. Like just to know. Just to
Uh,
know is the
what
last
work you do?
time.
I really want
Exactly.
to
That's
know.
what I feel. I wanted to like, like, ugh. Oh my god! I mean, my frustration is coming out.
I
I
feel
hear it.
you.
I hear it. I'm scared.
So let's move on.
No,
So do you
so
guys
much
like
fun.
okay, so like for you guys
Question
who
number
actually
two.
get regular sex, do you schedule the sex that's gonna happen?
Um, I don't schedule, but in my head sometimes I be like, damn, I've been too busy. How many days has it been? Oh shit, it's been a week, almost two. Okay, we can do this tonight. you know, we can. Like I schedule it myself. It's not like I
Mm,
schedule it him. I schedule in my head. I be like, all right, he's gonna be ready whenever. So I need to know when I am ready. Okay, let's
mm,
do this. So
yeah.
yeah.
For me,
Mm,
I'm not against scheduling. I would be very for if I'm leading like a very different lifestyle where we don't get to see each other often or something. But if I'm single, fine, like I don't need sex. But if I have somebody in my life, like I need to have sex. It's
facts.
Dang. The way she said it, you know what she's saying. Like,
No, like I
basically
feel
like if
that
we're
so
not doing it, I
hard.
would probably like suggest like, hey, like we should schedule some sex so that we can get back into the groove of things. Because sometimes life get in the way. Cause you
mm-hmm,
doing other things. You have school, you
mm-hmm.
have
Yeah,
projects, you have other shit that you need to
yeah.
do, and sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that gets in the way of sex. If I feel like it's sleeping, like I might want to be like, hey, like on Monday, I'd like to take your pants off, so keep that
Ooh,
afternoon ready for
Nice.
me.
okay. Damn. So forward. Like,
Yeah. No, I
this is
totally like before when we asked that question, I was like scheduling sex. That's so weird. But like now, I'm like, oh, I actually do that. Like my preferred sex partner is like super busy, and so it's like I just scheduled some sex that's coming up next month. Coming up next month, right?
she
And
said,
So what do you want
yeah,
to
it's I was
do
like, oh
today?
shoot, that's like exactly what I did. I scheduled some sex because it's gonna be like no phones, no social media, no nothing. It's gonna be
yeah.
winter in the house,
Mm,
no
Mm-hmm.
clothes,
And
10
you don't have
you
to
a.m.
tell
know.
them it's for
meeting,
sex.
12
Just
p.m.
schedule a date.
lunchtime, 3
Mm-hmm.
p.m.
Schedule a day. It's gonna be scheduled like a whole week.
Ready.
We're not
And
stepping
sometimes for
outside.
certain occasion though, like when the sex is scheduled and you're just so excited about it, you just go and buy like some new panties and you
Mm,
get like
Ooh.
your,
I don't
you
really
know,
like pennies, but sure.
eh, oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
I, I,
Okay.
Man, you even get like a facial so that your smooth your face could be smooth. Shit.
I'm like the worst. I'm like, I'll do that, but then I'm like, I'm not shaving my damn legs.
Shaving is the worst.
You go all
The
out
worst.
and then you get like a foot
Listen,
mask so that your legs, like your toes, can be ready for sucking or something. I
what?
don't know.
Ew, no, don't touch my toes. Don't touch my toes. Do not touch my toes.
Little foot fetish. I get it. I
Yes,
get it. I can dig it.
I cannot take it. I
We
cannot.
need to be like moving quicker with these questions because we got 21 guys.
I know,
Oh,
I
okay.
know, I
Moving to
know.
number
Okay.
three.
Yeah. Number three.
Number three.
What is your favorite part of sex?
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it's the sounds. Like,
Mm.
Oh.
Ah.
I think, like, for me, sex is absolutely an audible experience. Yeah, I need some sounds. And I love, like, knowing, like, that we're doing this. I think it kind of, like, brings, like, it does this kind of connection thing that,
Mhm.
um, I think not much else does. I mean, yeah, the person is like literally inside you, but still, like when you can hear it, it's kind of like you get to know like what's in their body because you can feel their body, but you don't
It's
really know
like
what's
Right.
in their
Like you don't know
mind,
what is it
stimulation
in there.
meeting the
right?
Like it's not a
outside
tap
proof.
there. It's something
Yeah.
that's going on.
Yeah, I think that's like one of my favorite parts of
Beep,
sex.
beep,
But yeah,
beep, beep, beep.
I don't think that's the sound we're talking about.
that's what you do.
No, I was playing some
Sure.
different game for you guys.
Uh,
Whatever. I think my favorite part of sex is the person that I'm having the sex with. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, I think the first and the last, like the first thing to get me turned on is the person, and the thing to get me turned off is also the person. Like, I don't know, like the person has to be just right
uh,
for me to like it.
For the
Like,
moment,
we
yeah.
could
uh,
literally just be rubbing. If it's with the right person, then it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is some mind
Tabule.
blowing
You
sex.
know me and Robin, bro.
Whereas, like, we could be doing like the 56 position of the Kama Sutra. If it's not the right person, it's like, oh my gosh, I had some lame ass, like boring sex, and I want my shit
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
That's
So
yeah.
true. That's true. That's true. I get it. Uh, uh-huh. So, do I move on to the next question, or do I have to answer it?
you freaking answer my question.
She thinks she's slick.
All right. My favorite part, actually. I know I'm so corny. It's the afterwards. Like, it's like
Mm.
after the
Aww.
release, hush. After the release, laying down next to that person, it's like, you know how your
Yeah, yeah,
connections
that's a
do
good
get
one too.
deeper,
That's a good
and
Ooh.
one.
you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that did just happen. I walked your world, But that's like
Aw.
Like
doing nothing really.
the
But
sleeping and the sweat type
yeah,
of thing.
I like to like put your arms under me until it's dead.
I do like the sweaty part of sex though. Like,
Yeah.
the like when their skin is like sticky with sweat, and you
Nah, you have to
sweating
get up
and
and
they're
wash up.
sweating, and it's like, oh my
Mm-mm.
gosh, this is on, like everything is on fire right now. Like, it's
It's like
hot
a
in
late
here.
afternoon sex, and like the sun is like going down, and it's like kind of
Mhm.
like a lot hotter, and you're just like, ugh, so tired. But then you're like, oh, so sweaty
Yeah, but like it's a
after.
good tired. But I
It's a good
have
tired.
so much energy afterwards though. Like, I'm
Me
like,
too.
what do you want? Do you want to take over the world right now?
Yeah, like my rich reporter is always like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Just lay down." Like, and I'm like, I have to do things like I'm on the computer or like I'm up, like cooking something, like doing something because I have like this like burst of energy. But yeah,
Yeah.
Especially if it's like in the morning, you go to work and you're like, "What's up, Sally? Everybody, happy Monday. Monday's my favorite day."
What day? Wait, it's Monday. Oh my
oh,
god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Next question, because we can talk forever. Is
yeah.
connection necessary? Or do you guys
Yes,
do one night stands?
I do one night stands
you can connect
still.
with a one night stand though.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you
Ah,
can. But I think connection for me is like now different. Like so like before, like I was like, oh, like connection is not necessary. I mean necessary for what? You know? So like if it's like in the moment, we had like a good night and I'm like horny and you're here or whatever, then yeah, like I can have sex with you.
Damn.
But the difference is like very clear when it's like someone I'm like really connected to. It's like I
mm,
can have sex and I'll still come or whatever because we're having sex. But like when it's like someone I connect with, it's like a whole type of like different thing. So for
Mm.
me, I'm like, yeah, it's necessary because once you know how it can be, it's like now like you can go back and it can be like yeah like it did what it was supposed to do but it's
mm,
not and I don't really like to keep having that feeling after sex. So now I'm like yeah I might as well wait for the connection since I know what's good. I don't really
You see
want
the
to settle
difference?
for this kind of like little yeah that's not as intense yeah.
I want to have
Mm.
sex with somebody that I can cuddle with afterwards without feeling like I want them to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
See
Like,
I can't do that if
I
it's
want
someone I
it need
said.
I have to be able to know that I will want you around afterwards. If I feel like I'm like I just want to do you and kick you out the door, more than likely I might not want to
So is connection necessary for you?
Um,
I mean, it is necessary now, no?
I cannot stand you.
Shot fired.
Always putting
I
me out there, bro.
mean, what
Always
can you
putting me
do?
out there. I mean, you never know. But
That's true.
yes.
That's
Connection is
wrong, then.
necessary for me, even before marriage. Thank you very much, Hadassah. It's
Damn, so much
necessary for
hatred
me
in her
because
voice.
because
Mhm.
without it, I don't have no attraction. I don't have no, like, if I don't have a different type of connection with that person, I am not sexually attracted to you.
So if you're mad at your husband, would you still have sex with him?
No.
I know this wasn't in the question, but I wanted to know.
No, I can't. I have to be like I have to be in the mood. Like I cannot just be like, "Oh shit, look at that body." Like I want you right now. I mean, I do for only one person, and that's for McDreamy. No, McSteamy. Ew.
Oh,
McSteamy.
shut up.
No, really, he's the type I'm like, do I need to I feel like I have a connection with you already. Like, let's get it.
You do not know that white man.
No, that is the only exception that I have for one night stands. I mean, if you listening, make
Oh, so
steamy.
that's a hallway pass? He's
Ah.
probably
Have you
listening.
had
Yeah.
a
Talk to
conversation
him
with your
directly.
husband about like
He
getting a
don't need
hallway
to
pass for
know.
Maximi?
He don't
Holy,
need to know
well, he's gonna know
what I'm
now.
doing. Babe, don't listen to me. I'm lying. But no, really, that I connection is like important for me. Otherwise, I just see sex as like something people just do. Like I don't give it as much importance. It's just like going to the gym. Like something that people feel the need to do.
At least you get a six pack
Yeah.
with the gym. Do you get, do
You could, depending on
I mean,
how
you
hard.
can. I'm saying you
What you
can.
doing? What
You can.
position?
at least the
So
Yeah.
if you're
outcome is good,
poor,
and then you get some
Yeah.
soreness and
But
some
definitely
poor.
necessary.
yes.
So
Anyway, next question.
there's something that you don't need a connection for. Is for what you do with yourself. What do y'all put in the box? What do you
You
type?
gotta specify
Big booty
which
bitches.
box.
I
Which
mean, like when you searching for some visual aids so that you can, get some shit popping. Like for me, when I don't have somebody on the next, side of the bed, what do you guys put in the box? What do you search for?
Usually,
um
oh, you go, Vanessa.
no, what? Why you gonna put me out there first? All right, fine. Okay, first of all, little
Ooh,
side
do
note.
you watch porn with your partner?
I
I
do.
bet it's
That's
so
awkward
good.
to me.
Yes, it
That's
It's
is.
awkward.
so good.
Yes.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I know if anybody who knows me know how I feel about that
Mm,
because of the connection comment. I
mhm.
feel like because I know that sex is so fake, right, on camera, and to me it's funny, like it's hilarious, when I'm
So you
watching.
ruined the vibe. I
Oh,
see.
Yes,
so you
and
would.
I laugh for everything. I will ruin it for you. I'll be like, oh shit, this does really say that? It's not that big. Like,
Oh,
why is she
that
screaming?
sucks.
Why is she screaming? Like, you don't feel it.
I
That
mean, you
Oh
put the
god.
volume down, but honestly, like, in the box, I usually put like Bachelorette gone wrong or cheating
Uh-oh.
bachelorette or something
You
like
like the little backstory?
the ones where they have like a bunch of like women who go like on a bachelorette trip or something, and then they have a
Ooh.
stripper, and then the stripper is just like doing all of them, like put them. I don't
What?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I
Yeah,
think
Okay.
or
that's
like the
the
stripper is
category.
doing like the person who's like
Oh
set to
shit.
get married or something. I feel like
Hey.
I feel like it's so wrong. That's
You
why
like
You
I
the
like
don't.
wrong.
the
You like
cheating
wrong. Oh, okay.
scenario.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know somebody
not
who's
like
like that
cheating
actually.
scenario, but like that particular vibe. Like I like
Right.
because it hit a specific spot for me. It hits the it's so wrong we shouldn't do it. It also hit
Hmm.
the there is an
It's so
audience
hot. You're gonna do
watching
it.
you, and then it also hits that there's going to have a conversation with your husband after that night, or
So you
there's
like the
Mhm.
story?
You like the drama.
You like the drama? You're like, yeah. What about you? That's what.
um. So I mean, my
Mm-hmm.
searches get
yeah.
weird, bro. And you don't realize how weird until after you come. You're like, what the fuck? Like,
Did that shit really turn me on?
You're like, what the hell just happened? So I mean, I have like I've been trying to find black porn, right? But it's so
Mhm.
hard. Like you put Ebony in, and
Oh
it's just
my
like a lot
god.
of
A
a lot of
lot of trash. I ain't gonna lie. I went there to look at some position. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just putting myself out there. And I was laughing, but I was like, what the fuck? What is this? What is this?
yeah,
Yeah.
because like white girls will get like a whole. I like okay, so I like the stories.
Mhm.
I,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
want to, I want to know how it happened. I want to like see the whole.
The pool
Right?
boy. That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
want to
clean
see
your
the whole
pool.
seduction.
You should
Like
type in
like
like Black Family. Those usually have
no,
some
I
cool.
don't. I mean, I don't really like all the stories, but I like some stories. The black stories don't really. Those black ones don't really have
They
stories.
don't. Because that's how they portray us. The
Yeah.
Well, I
nasty,
I
have.
dirty,
also
let's do
like. I
it.
also like. I like watching guys have sex, like gay sex.
Me too. I love some gay sex.
Okay.
Yes, it's so hot, but it's also like it helps me with my guilt about watching women, you know? Yeah, it
You
just hits
balance it out.
everything. Yeah, it's like I mean they like it, right? I mean they're not forcing them. They're like big ass muscles. I'm hoping. I don't really like. They don't really have that many stories online on Tumblr about it, but about the women they do. So I'm like, oh, that helps a little bit,
Mm.
So yeah, I like seeing. I
I do
like seeing
like
the
those,
guys.
like when they have like those gay guys with like the sharp jaw and stuff, and like
Mhm.
what?
I like a threesome with two guys when the two guys kind of interact with each other.
I've watched
Yeah.
one where like
I like two
like their
guys
sexes were
always.
switched around, where the woman had
Mhm.
like a ding dong, and then the man had like a vajayjay. It was so
Mhm.
weird.
What? What you be watching? Okay,
Cash
best
out here
question
pegging
yet.
niggas.
Where do you be watching those? Where?
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I just go on Google.com and type porn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why your computer
Google.
is acting up.
No.
So many
It's
virus.
usually like so I do either reading or like Pornhub or X videos. Usually Pornhub and
Ooh,
X
you
videos.
know, porn reading
Eh,
is the best porn
It's the
ever.
I've
best.
never
When
heard
you're
about
reading
that
those, like,
one.
oh my gosh,
You've never like I write it
No.
and I post it and I'm pretty good.
when I was
But
like
just let
nine,
you
What?
know.
I actually write.
Now
I
I'm
write
gonna
a
be looking
lot
for
of
you.
porn, but I write those for myself because, like, while I'm writing them, like, I be so horny. Like, I'm writing it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yes,
Nah,
and then
Yes.
nah. Little backstory. I only read Zane with little porn reading. That's the only one I know. That was
Girl,
my
I
favorite one
must send
too.
you some links. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put them in the group chat.
What? I want them. I
I have
want
like,
them.
sometimes they have like those little manga version of porn reading
Mhm.
with like little
Nah.
bubbles for the conversations and stuff. Ugh.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Good
send me the
stories.
links, please.
Ooh,
Okay.
okay. So
Okay.
like what's like a complete turn off? Like you're like, bye. Like I'm getting literally up out this bed and leaving.
Mm. Uh. Well, they haven't happened to me yet, so I'm like, hold up. But
Or like
I
hypotheticals. Like things
okay.
that you
That's why I'm
wouldn't
like,
do. You like things you're like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm
okay.
good.
First of all, you're not putting your hands on me. You're not.
What's putting your
You're
hands
not
on you?
smacking me. You
Oh.
are not
Oh, so
choking
like
me.
if you're doing it and you
No.
smack your ass, you just done?
I'll be
No
like, wait,
choking?
no, no, no,
No
no, no. It
choking?
depends. No, listen.
Yikes.
The fuck? You know, people be playing, and the next thing you know, you dead.
Yes, you should be very safe during breath play. You should
Bruh.
be very
No,
safe.
thank you. No, thank you. I do not want the risk. It's not
No,
necessary.
I do want to be
I'm good.
scared just a little bit, you know, like
No, 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 no.
Like, am I gonna die today? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe. Kinda hot.
Wait, did I just
Maybe.
pass out a little bit? Like,
it's
That's
no,
like
nice.
it's like, you know, like,
no.
are you gonna kill me? I mean, it feels like you are, but
I
let's
mean,
let's
everybody gotta
continue
go
and find out.
sometime.
Let's find out.
No, no, thank you. No, thank you. So that's my thing. And weird type of like talks. Like I've seen it in Pornhub. Like, yeah, you like this, you little whore. Excuse me, I'm still
Ooh.
a lady.
Dirty talk. Oh, I put that in the box. Like
He's
I
like,
typed that in the box.
excuse me, I'm a lady. I
That's
want
one
to
of
have
my
ladylike
searches.
sex.
No, I would look back at you funny. Like, who do you think you're doing? Huh? No.
So you say you don't want to be his dirty little whore. I
No,
get it.
I want to be the good one.
She want to
Well,
be the lady.
yes. No, like I mean, you can
I
still,
mean, do you want to be
say
like a little
things.
whore lady though?
No,
Like,
no, like yes, but treat me like a lady, but still act like I'm a whore. You
Wow.
know. Yeah. Let your action do that, but still talk to me in a good way. Like I want the dirty
Yeah.
talk. Just
Can I
don't.
please lick you?
she wants like clean dirty talk. She doesn't want it all dirty and
Yes,
stuff.
like
Like,
you like that?
Mm.
Oh yes, I like that. I'm
uh,
done. I'm done.
Okay,
Your
so you
turn.
like the sexy talk, just not the
Yes,
dirty talk.
yes,
Okay. Okay. You
that's
like
right.
that?
man,
That's
That's
I
right.
what you
gotta have
like.
it all.
Show
Like,
me.
Yeah,
Tell
I'm
me.
you
vanilla
gotta
all
be
the
enough
way.
good, and I have to be like,
I'm vanilla all the way.
I see
I
that.
thank
hmm
you.
Well,
Thank you.
whatever works for
sure.
you.
See? No,
Right.
no. But you can have different. What about
So
you
you say
guys?
you're vanilla. So like no threesomes, foursomes, no like little underground kinks, no little fetishes,
Listen.
fantasies.
Okay. How do I picture this? I have the regular vanilla type of fetishes, okay? Like you want that guy that's ripped, gonna be like, I'm here to save you from the fire, ma'am. Like, yes, carry me, please. The threesome has to be men. Like only men. Well, you can be woman, but you pleasuring me. Like I'm in the middle. Like not y'all two, just me. I'm
Yeah.
like you want to be on top, you want to be on the bottom. You can choose, but
It
you
all
want
come
me.
back to you. I like that
Yes,
though. You know,
yes.
Yeah.
but I would prefer, like, if it's a woman, I would prefer for it to be like, for her to be into me.
That's the
Yeah.
thing. Me. I'm
Most
Like,
women do. Most women do.
I want like I want the thing to be revolved around me, because first
Mhm.
of all, I feel like I would watch if, like,
You'll
Yeah.
watch. You're a
yeah, like,
looker.
I think like I would get a lot of pleasure just into watching.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
You like to watch. That's what you
Yeah,
like.
shut the
watcher.
but like that's like something that's like completely outside of me.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? But once
Mhm.
I am involved, then it needs to be about me.
Mm.
I
All
get that.
parts of you?
Right,
I
right,
get that.
right. Like, I want to be like spread thin. Like
Oh.
Ooh.
like
Oh.
everybody wants me. Like, who's trying to pleasure me on the right
Tag
or the
team. I
left
Right.
side,
see.
whatever.
I
But
see.
once it
Dang.
comes to like I'm waiting for my turn,
Yes.
nah.
Oh, nah, bruh. It's always my turn.
Nah, but if I have to wait for a turn, I think like
Yeah.
knives is gonna get pulled out and I'm gonna kill somebody.
Damn. I thought I would just get
Yeah.
disinterested. Like I'll just be like, I'm gonna go watch TV. Like
Mm.
when you
I think that's why like conversations, like real conversation, need to be have like to need to be had around things like that, because expectations or like things that could go wrong need to be discussed before. And like I feel like,
beforehand. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like multiple conversation need to be had, because a lot of like, if you're going for the first time, you're not going to expect like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like, you don't know, like, you're gonna be watching somebody who's always into you now into somebody else,
Unless you
and
don't know them.
you sharing that person, even if you don't know them. I feel like, see, I would not have like a threesome with a guy that I don't know, because then like I feel like I'm not setting my boundaries, I'm not giving rules. I mean,
Mm.
I feel like when it comes to things like that, like there are rules that need to be had, because if my
Mhm.
feelings get hurt, I would want it to be, oh, okay, so I did go with the mindset that this might have gone wrong, instead of just like I fucking like I went completely into it blind, and which is like the kind of person that I used to be, because I like to be like go into things, just dive in. But with
Mhm.
sex, I especially when other people are gonna be involved, I would prefer not to just freaking dive in, because you have a good time and then like there's an aftermath.
Tonight I'm about to dive in.
Hey, see,
I
see,
couldn't stop. My
yeah,
bad.
yeah. Dress him
Um,
up for
I'd
me.
like to be an underground kink type thing though.
really? What's your
Yeah.
kink? What's your kink?
Not even like my
Mm.
kink. I just wanna like I wanna be part of like a some kind of
Mm,
society
So you just want to be a watcher.
that
You just
comes
want to
out
be a watcher
that
again.
comes out at night. You know, like those like like those like beautiful building that you go, like you press
mhm.
on a button and then you give like a passcode or something
Yeah, that's
and you
that
get in,
dungeon,
and
baby.
everybody's like wearing a mask, and then
Oh,
like they serving like some champagne, and there's like some, and I
Okay.
don't want to be like, I want some hot people in there, you know.
That's a fantasy. People just look like they look,
yes.
and
I
they are into
know,
what
but
they
like
are.
it's my fantasy and it doesn't have to be real life. It's like
Oh,
I'm
okay.
in there and
Mm-hmm.
then like
Something,
James
something
Bond is in
yeah.
there, and like some like hardcore people are in there. Obama is in there. I don't
What?
know. I'm
What?
saying like they were
Trying
What
like,
to
just
fuck Obama
happened?
and start
I'm
dancing.
talking about like high profile people are
Ooh,
in
so you
there.
can have that little secrets. Be like, I
Yeah,
can put you
yeah.
out there
And
anytime I want.
I'm like around and I'm like watching people just doing it and stuff. And then like next day I'm calling Mitch McConnell. I'm like, hey Mitch, like you
I
better vote for that
have an
shit
exclusive. I have an
because like
exclusive.
I know what you did last night.
So
Hey.
extortion,
Mhm.
break of privacy. I see you.
What about you guys? Trying to go under so you don't answer?
Oh,
Go on.
oh no.
Threesomes, foursome,
So like with
kinks.
threesomes, like I like threesomes. Okay, so the best threesome I had was two guys. Oh my god. Oh
Ooh,
Ooh,
my
that's a dream.
god.
yes,
That's a
you
dream.
Anybody
living
who like
the
loves
life.
attention, like that's your
Mm,
shit.
That's what I'm
Try that
saying.
out.
shit.
That's a dream.
What
That's
have
a
I been
dream.
doing my whole life?
But it was
Bruh.
definitely not in a relationship because like
Mm.
neither one of us were in a relationship because like that's
That's a
I feel
no-no
like
for
a
you.
lot of men won't go for that. Like they'll go
Mm.
for like the other
Because
girl, but
men
it's
be
very rare.
selfish.
Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of underground kinks, a lot of them fetishes, a lot of them.
Mm.
But
Mm-hmm. Give us an example, bruh. Yeah, trying to find out about
I
ours.
mean, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it's like basic, like well, not like domination and like things like
Mm.
that. Um,
I'll eat
I
that.
have like a tiny bit of a foot fetish.
Oh, now we know. Now we
I
know
know
who
why
has
you've
the
been
real
talking
foot
about food
fetish.
fetish.
Yeah,
Like
try
a
to pin that
tiny
on me.
bit,
Mm-hmm.
tiny bit.
A
But I
tiny
mean,
Mm-hmm.
bit.
there's like a lot. Like I think sex is just very it's kind of like a very interesting form of expression, and I think that people have had a lot of different traditions in how like they decide to kind of
Sometimes.
represent the way that they have sex. And I think there's like really cool communities, as you were saying, like sex related communities that like you learn so many things in like the ways that your body can feel, that I think
Mm-hmm.
it's
And
that's
sometimes
why
when
I
you
like
really,
kinks and fetishes, because
of
it's
course she
like
does.
you
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
kind of step out of like these
The
boundaries
norm.
that are just arbitrarily traced. It's not like you like have like a like specific reason for them. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
that's just not what people do, or that's just like kind of out of the bounds, really.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I like those. I think that's when it gets like super hot.
Mm.
But
You just like to break the
yeah.
rules and stuff. I see you. I see
Yeah.
you.
And enforce them sometimes, like
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
We
I
know.
like that.
Okay.
Shut up.
Listen, I'm
That
just going with what
kinky
you're saying.
lady.
I'm
Mm.
just in the corner, like, okay,
So
all
would
right.
you do like swinging?
I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh
hear the
man!
question.
All of
Ask
a
me
sudden,
again.
like Vanessa has like a cold or a sore throat
I
or
was like,
something.
I can't hear you. But no.
Mm,
Just
no.
no. It's so I love
Love
watching those
cuckolding.
movies that have those weird things. They be like, oh yeah, we're a normal couple. And then next thing you know, they invite you to dinner and they're like, it's time.
Nice.
It's time. I'm like, no, I'm
Here goes
good.
Hollywood again.
I know that's just so funny to me though. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be like, I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, so you put that in the box.
I don't know. I feel like I would probably. I feel like anything can happen in sex with the proper setup for it.
Yeah.
Like with the
Oh.
Yeah.
proper like communication. Sometimes it might even take like a few months to get to that particular thing. It's certain things that you know that are sensitive. It's gonna take some time to get there in
So
preparation.
like
Like
race play.
race play. What the fuck is a race play? What's that?
You don't know what race play is?
Don't ask
What?
me. I don't know nothing.
What is
So
that?
race play is basically like people who try to kind of do kind of like a representation of like race relations
That sounds
type.
racist.
Wait,
It's like
what?
a racially based kind of like
How can something
domination
can be
thing.
racially like, what?
What?
Yeah,
Give
so
me an
like
example. Like, yeah, massa.
you mean to tell me
Like,
you don't think like a lot of people are having sex with white people and calling them niggers and shit? Like
oh
that's a thing that
yeah.
happens.
Like you my little
That's a thing
chocolate
What?
drop. You my little
What? Okay. I retract my statement that anything can happen in sex.
yo, this
Yeah.
needs to be a 2-part.
Yeah.
This needs to be a 2-part because
I
we have to go in.
no,
Alright.
no freaking way. Like how? No, we're
No.
not gonna do that. I mean, ugh,
So you don't wanna be like, yes, massa? Do what you need to
mm-mm.
do.
No, I
So they
feel
have
like
things like that.
my
I mean, you know, the same way
ancestors
that they
have
would
already
like.
picked enough cotton. I do not want to be part of that shit.
You don't want to be his dirty little nigger.
No, no. No,
Oh my
you know how I
god.
said that? Like I didn't say anything about like something that's like a turn off. If something like that happens, like I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't like I'm done. Like I'm done. I'm
Like
done
you in the middle, you don't know what's happening. It's like,
I'm done in all of
yeah.
life. I'm blocking you out of
So
all of my life.
Ah,
Because
so
if that little thing
funny.
like drips out like while we're having sex, then it is a part of
Right?
you now. Like this is you.
You're like, I was role playing. No, my nigga, no.
No,
Not you.
because anything that I would role play is like things that I secretly want to do in real life, but I know is not possible. So if we're role playing
Mhm.
about that, nah,
No, thank you.
no.
No, thank
nah.
you.
It's a little
Oh my.
softball. Lights on or off.
Lights always gets on my nerves. Not because it's like I don't mind you turning on the closet light or a light that's like opposite in the
Just
direction
not
of my
over.
eye. Yes, it's so frustrating. Like you forcing me to close my eyes. It's not
Get
really
a
the
bedside
moment.
lamp.
I don't like lights in my face. Like, please. Let's
Get a bedside lamp.
or
Or
turn on
floor
the
lamp.
TV or something. Like
Oh.
no big lights. Yeah. Like we in a club or something.
She like that low light.
Yes, set the
Bing,
moon. That little
I
damn
miss
light.
I miss my old apartment because it had like this giant window, and when we would have like
natural light.
oh my god, like a full moon.
How to the
I
moon?
can still remember like
She's remembering, you
You
guys.
remember
a
what?
full
What you
moon.
remember?
We're not gonna talk about that.
The crazies come out.
Next
Full moon,
question.
baby.
So
Nah, go
morning
on,
or
Cass.
night sex?
What about you,
Lights on.
Cass?
Oh, Cass, lights on or off?
I think either is fine with me. I
Oh,
think
Yeah.
she
you know,
flexible.
if you're doing the thing, sometimes you
I'm
forget what's happening
flexible.
outside of
Dang.
the you
Is
forget if
that
the light is
good,
on or
sis?
off. You
She
forget
dreaming about it. It must be.
Yeah, she in the mood. I don't care if we outside, inside, wherever, lights on, lights off. Do it.
Definitely inside.
Do it.
And then outside and then inside again.
Ooh.
So morning or nighttime sex?
It don't matter.
You
It's
know,
mainly nighttime, but it
What's
don't
your
matter.
favorite? Like what's your preferred?
Nighttime, because I'm like, that's it. I'm done. I'm
No.
tired.
I
Going to bed.
love morning sex.
Going to sleep.
I love morning sex. I love morning sex because you get the whole day of like smiling randomly for no
See, I
reason.
don't have that. Is that
You're
weird?
like a little
I'm like
sore so
that
that you don't
already.
sit down too quick, you know?
Mm.
Like, oops, what's wrong? Nothing.
Yeah, you're like nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Honestly, though, like, I mean, I feel like with morning and nighttime sex or daytime sex, I want all of it. What I don't like is after a long day sex. Like after a
Mm-hmm.
long day and you're like tired and you're horny and it's like, mm, it's just like I just wanna. I'm tired. But
Mhm.
morning, you wake up, you energize. During the day, like you just take it to the dining
Mhm.
room or the living room and you do your
Ooh,
thing. And like
everywhere.
nighttime, I prefer middle of the night. Like when you're sleeping and then like all of a sudden something feels really good.
Wake you up, baby. Wake you up. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Honestly,
Mhm.
I like sex at any time. Like
We
Mhm.
know.
really.
We know.
Like any
Mhm.
time of the day. It's like
Full moon
listen.
and all.
Listen.
I like
We know.
I like the ones where like as soon as you're done, you want some more.
Yes, like when you have the whole day, so like a Sunday morning, and you're
Mhm.
like,
Uh-huh.
I could wake up, but I don't have anything to do today, so we could stay in bed and
Like we could record
Ooh.
an episodes, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
okay. We get it. We get it.
You can record. You can record
I'll
something
take a
out.
nap, and then when you're done, around
Mhm.
3, especially since I have to accommodate your bum knee.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
Ooh.
Shots
Violence.
verbal.
fired.
So do you guys I mean, I guess we kind of covered that already, but like, do you guys like a little talking or like just shut the fuck up and just enjoy it type of
I
thing?
like talking. I like sweet
Yeah.
nothings. I like bad nothings. I like the I'm
Bad
so into
nothings.
you things and I like the you
Mm.
know bend over for daddy or something like I
Oh,
don't know.
Daddy. Yes, Papa. Yes.
I know you love that one. Yes, you got
Okay, that is not gonna work for me. Don't give me that. First of all, I have a father and
Dinom.
Cause they're
Dinom.
they just be
Kikinom.
changing their damn voice. Like, what's going on? Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy? Yeah, like they give you a little Batman
and then you're
special.
gonna be like my father. My father birth.
Hello, father.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like that
Yeah.
question.
What
Yeah,
about you, Matt?
I like verbal. I like so even um even like a just like a groan. It doesn't even have to be like a full like just mm. Like
I get so
just like the
emotional.
Mhm.
Sorry.
sounds, like it
What
Yeah.
don't
are you
gotta be like
doing?
a whole it don't have to be like a whole like intelligible thing. It's
It
just
has
like,
to.
like let us all be into
We de
this.
parler.
No, yeah, I need to talk. I
Yeah.
don't wanna. Can you imagine how awkward it is? Uh, uh, that's it. I,
What? No, not necessarily like
No.
like I don't mean it like that, but like yeah.
Mm,
like, no, no,
yeah.
I need to tell me. Where are you?
It's kind of like one of those sounds that they're not necessarily trying to let out. Cause like sometimes it be for some
Oh,
people.
like
I
that
don't know if it's
moment.
because I fuck women, but like it's like, okay, so are you doing this because this actually feels good or you're
Right?
performing right now? But like when you
Like
get
that
those
moment when they
sounds
like
that
go
just
full
like
beast or something, like like they're just suppressing
Ooh,
yeah.
for a
baby.
And
while
then
and
they're
then it
trying to
just
do
fucking
it, but
comes
it's
out.
just that's what's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah.
So not the regular.
Yeah, no, it's like, oh shit, like these sounds are coming out of me regardless of what I try to do, like I
Mm,
That's
can't like
good.
muffle
That
them.
I
good.
can't help
Hey,
it.
that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Music or not? No
Huh?
music. Do you like music?
I love music. I remember yeah, made like a whole playlist for
Oh,
sex. It was called
Ooh.
a sex playlist. And
you
it was
had a
a great
playlist? There
summer,
are
is
some things
what I'll
I'm just
say.
not learning. I mean, not that I
Nah,
should
Spotify
know,
is my bestie, so we
but I
need
still want to know.
playlists.
I don't know,
Really?
like and then like when you have like those playlists for different kind of sex, you have like
Mhm.
playlists for like the nasty sex and playlists for this
Mhm.
emotional
What?
sex.
Am I the only idiot with
Yes.
no playlist?
I mean,
You
if
need
you
to
if
get
you're
on
used
that
to
move.
living with roommates and stuff like that,
Oh my
you
god,
get
I'm a
to like
paranoid
you
person.
have to get those playlists sometimes, you
I'm
know.
not. I am not doing it
So
if
like
there's
I
somebody listening.
really like sex like when you like have roommates or like people around. I like the sex where like they are try like you
I like
want
the
to make sounds.
shameful part of it.
They're like yeah, like they're like putting their like hands on your
No,
mouth so that you don't make any sounds and it's like oh you can't like oh like I like this is really good and I want to like scream but I can't and it's like super
Mhm.
hot. I like that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I am so paranoid. I will put music just for that reason. Like, no, 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 no. They can't hear me. They can't hear me. They
Oh,
can't
they'll
hear
hear
that.
you, and then
I
you
will
come out
place
and
it
your
a
hair is
next
like all
door.
messed up,
Mhm.
and you're trying to like button
We
your shirt and
I
stuff.
was
Yeah.
like, I'm not coming out. I am done for the night. I'm locking myself in. Like, do you want some water? No, 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 I don't. Let's
I
stay
used to love
inside.
I don't know. I want to be like all ashamed and stuff, and just like
yeah, and I'm
parading it
loud as
around.
fuck, so it's like it's fun. After the sex, it's like, oh, sorry,
No,
yeah.
I cannot.
um, so like, do you have like a rule of like how good the sex gotta be before you kind of like make it part of your body count? You're like, hey, this one didn't count. Like this one, yeah, yeah, it was so good. Like that's
Like,
definitely
eh,
top.
Es que
But like
it
this
didn't
defini
really
one,
do
is the
we're
anything.
not gonna
question.
talk about that one. We're
Es
not
que
gonna
me
talk about that one.
definido. Es que me defini.
So boy, it count.
Devi me voy.
Oh my god, I'm over it.
If I don't come, it don't count. Like I don't like. There's nothing that you can say. Like you can come and it may count for you, but I don't know you, nigga. Like
Exactly. Like, if you see me in the street, act like you don't know. Like I'll
yeah,
straight up
yeah.
like
You
look at
better
you
not
in the
tell none of
eyes
your low
and yeah.
friends you hit
Like,
either. Like because you didn't.
I'm so sorry for this man. I,
Oh man.
I don't know you.
What
um.
if the sex is bad but you come anyway? Does that count?
Wait. How does that even
How bad
happen?
would it
So
have
like I've
been?
had like so like if you have sex with somebody but like it's not the jet like the regular sex that you usually have with them, that's usually mind blowing. So
Mm.
it was kind of like wow, but you still came, but like because you know what they're capable of, you're like that wasn't it.
But every
But
I'm
you
night
still
still
should
not
not
came.
be
counting that
mind
though. I'm
blowing,
not
though.
counting that.
Every night should be my. Why wouldn't you count
So they gotta be
that?
performing at
The reason why though,
100% every time.
sometimes
Dang.
here's the thing. You'll remember the really bad ones. You'll remember the really good
Yeah.
ones, but the middle, you don't remember those. And the
You
middles,
don't.
I don't freaking count them because first of all, it's not even in my memory anymore.
Oh my god. I, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, whoever was
Oh,
in your
that's so
fantasy dream.
funny. I'm with it though. Like I feel that. Listen,
That's messed
this
up.
number, this number, it's tough for you to make the list. Like you gotta come correct, and that's
Like,
just what it
yeah,
is.
like there are
'Cause
many
I definitely gotta
applicants. You
come.
can't
Period.
like you have to like
You have to stand out.
I
I
know
got
this is
Hmm.
Harvard. Like
Make me remember you. You
this
have
is
to be
not
memorable.
this is not Trump college, so
It's
not
not a little
anybody can just get
tryout.
in. Like it doesn't
Mm-mm.
work that way.
Coming up next is our new regular segment, Weekly Rent Time. Every week, after our conversation, one of us will rant about something that we just can't let go.
La gueule, non, on veut plus de violence. Black on black, zéro tolérance. Black Lives Matter. Je vais quand même te couper la queue. Tu pourras plus faire la file. Tu pourras pas les filer. Mon couteau est trop effilé. Moi j'en ai marre, je vous l'ai déjà dit. Y a pas que moi, y a surtout les esprits. Jusqu'à la mort, c'est ça la vie.
What are you mad about? Why are you so
I don't know if I'm
angry?
just angry. I don't really know how to feel this week, to be honest. But my thing is, I just restarted like filling out jobs applications, right? And I I don't even know how to phrase this, but I hate when jobs be like they're looking for someone bilingual and they don't specify that it's Spanish. I'm like, with all due respect, like bilingual means
Mhm.
you speak two fucking languages. So don't assume just because I have bilingual on my fucking resume that it means that I speak Spanish. You know, like
Mhm.
Haitian Creole is a fucking language too. You know, I just have trouble with applications this week, you know, and I've been doing that on purpose to see who will catch it. I've been leaving out the part where they ask me for ethnicity, like, are you white, black, Hispanic? I'm waiting for someone to ask me, like, why didn't you fill out that part even though it's voluntary? Like,
Mhm.
at this day and age, why do we still need to know if
So they can
somebody
do their quota.
that's my thing, like that
I don't know
irks me because it feels like why do you still care if somebody's black, white, or Hispanic to give them a
because deep down they
that's
care.
my thing. Like that, no, that really irks me. Like, what does that have to do with the job qualifications? I mean, if it has anything to do with it, I will prefer you come out up front and put job qualifications. You need to be white, black, Hispanic, but don't be on the sneak with it. Like, you can fill this out or you cannot fill it out. But we're still asking you the fucking question, and it's like, okay, you really think like white people will opt out of answering that question? What do they have to lose? They literally have nothing to lose. So if I decide to opt out, you automatically gonna guess that I'm either black, Hispanic, or I'm another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It
Yeah.
just irks me. Like, why is my being black or white an important job factor? You know, important factor for me to get a job. That's all. It's just
We from the old school. Don't let them rope you. You running things, stay in your lane, wishing to smoke you.
Connecté à la zone. Ça qui mourit, ça fait aïe.
Thank you, everyone. And don't forget to tune in for our next episode next week on Wednesday.